Alright, what's going on, guys? I am the AckAttack Kyle, and as of right now, hopefully I can edit and upload this by tonight. It is Tuesday. I've just finished Pokemon's Sun and Moon, and I'm going to do what I said and review it. I was hoping to finish it this weekend, maybe upload it like Saturday night, but the games are long and yeah, even though I did rush through it, I'm not gonna lie. Um, but yeah, so I really did want to do like I guess face stuff for this, but it is like really late and I'm about to go to bed. So yeah, there's that. So I'm gonna put pictures up. I don't have the gameplay because I can't record it, and I'm not taking anyone else's because that would be wrong of me. So I probably shouldn't. Um, but yeah. So Pokemon Sun and Moon is the new Pokemon games that came out for the 20th anniversary of Pokemans. In um, shockingly enough, this is the seven. There are 7 generations of Pokemon. Um, and I was thinking for like the 20th anniversary, they might have had a bigger roster, but it's only like 80 Mons plus Alolan, so go figure that one out. Um, anyways, before I do anything, I am going to give out some spoilers. So if you guys have not played the game or have if you have not played the game or if you have not beaten the game, I suggest you pause this, put on like a watch later tab and just watch it later. Um Only suggestion though. Um but yeah, so let's get into this. Now for the story, you obviously have the Ash. No, why did I say Ash? I'm an idiot. I am an idiot. Oh man, well there is Ash Greninja, so maybe I was thinking of that. And spoiler alert, there's also Ash Pikachu. I don't know how to get it though. So yeah, um, but for the story, you start out as your character, and you've just moved in, and you're given your starter, and that's cool and all. And what was it? Oh, you gotta save Cosmog from Lily, with Lily, who by the way, she is basically your babe throughout the whole lot of this, and it's just like, oh my god, yes. Because, like, honestly, your main character does not have what was it? Hold on, I just gotta deal with something. Just really quickly. Cool. I hate life. But yeah, so basically, um, and that happens, and she is Kukui's assistant, who is kind of like a trainer, and he's also a professor, and he looks into moves. He's also the Master Royal, who I literally okay. So I was talking to my friend Jack earlier, like he's been on the channel, and we were just like, oh yeah, we all were telling Jack that he should do a costume for Gladian, and I was just like, yeah, I'll be the Master Royal, and he was just like, yes, and I was like, oh god. So yeah, but we have Pokemon but yeah, anyways, you go to the Hala, the Kahuna of the first island, and you get your Mon. For my team, I used Rowlet, which evolved into Decidueye. Then I used what is it called? Piggypeck, which evolved into Toucanon. I love Toucanon. Oh man, that thing just looks so nasty to like everyone. Um, then you had Jangmo-o, which evolved into Kommo-o. Once I found one, it was level 43. I just used two rare candies and evolved it into Kommo-o, like literally when it's supposed to evolve. So you know, Vicky Volt slash no, Grubbin, which evolved into Vicky Volt, and I had to wait a long time for that one. I used Wishy Washy, and I used Sandalit, which evolved into Salazzle. That was fun. Um, so that was my team that I used throughout the whole entire game to beat the seven trail captains, the four Kahunas, and the Elite Four and Champion. Or at least I tried to. I had like other Pokemon like in the party. I used Crabrawler up until I caught my Jangmo-o, and I evolved it into its evolution, Crabominal, before entering the league as a sign that I still loved it because I loved using it. It had the Fighting Z move, and I used it, and it was awesome. Looking back at things, I probably should have put the Fighting Z on my Kommo-o for things. Um, but let's see. You learn a little more about the story as you progress. Like meaning about Team Skull and the Aether Foundation, all that stuff. But anyways, you get to a point where basically you find out well, basically every theory is right. The Aether Foundation is obviously evil. So so what ends up happening is Lily's Cosmog ends up evolving into Solgaleo or Lunala, whichever one that you decide to get, which is Pokemon Sun or Pokemon Moon. Solgaleo for Sun and Lunala for Moon. And you go to the Ultra Beast world where she wanted to be together with her Nilhylego, which is the UB01. I forgot what they called it in the post game. It's called UB01 dot 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 then something and then Looker. It's Looker and okay, this is what I found crazy. Looker's boss is Annabelle. Annabelle is one of the Battle Frontier members in what is it called? In Hoenn's Battle Frontier, in the battle. Oh, jeez. I want to say hers is just the battle tower. Yeah, because hers is the battle tower. Brandon's is the pyramid. Um, the Survivor thing is. Oh. We're backing up too much. I can't remember things. Um, but yeah, so I thought that was really cool. Um, so yeah, that was really really interesting, and yeah. But that's post game stuff. That's not really talking about now. But anyways, um, but she fuses with a Pokemon just by like having it like. So basically, there's like a hole for the jellyfish thing, and it just like goes on her, and then she starts floating, and her hair turns brown. She basically fused with a Pokemon. That's crazy. Like basically, I think this is just a theory of mine. I'm not saying it's true. I'm just like it's just me being an idiot. Just something I thought about. And I really wanted to tell people, but I can't because they don't want to be spoiled. So, Generation 8, what if there was fusion between a person and their Pokemon? Like, what if they take it to that next step? Because in the anime, a review I gotta do later, I guess. They had Pikachu and Ash, like they did like the one man punch, and it looks like they were like basically in sync with everything, and that's what's supposed to be like with the Z move, because your Pokemon does the motion that you do and all that stuff. So it took it like one step further with everything, and yeah, you have but yeah, you go on the four islands. You have Melee Melee, Alaka, Ula-Ula, and Pony. And on these islands, you battle the 7 trial captains and the 4 kahunas of those islands. And there's a story and all that stuff, and that, and the Lusamine, and then so basically after that you're all completed anyways. So you just head up to the league, which is on Mount whatever, and you take on the Pokemon's League. So let's see what else. For the gameplay, things are a little different. For a couple of moves have been nerfed, a couple of moves have been buffed. I don't really care that much. For Pokemon, I love the fact that Flygon now has Dragon Dance, but I hate the fact that Gengar does not have a Levitate. Good times. Anyways, there is the Ice Stone. It was really cool. And, let's see. But, there is a lot to do. Post game, you have the Zygarde hunt. You got the battle tree. There's some other thing on Pony Island that I don't know of or remember about. You got the Ultra Beast hunts. The League stuff, which I'm not gonna talk about yet. Because, well, actually, I'm gonna just mention it now because there's the League rematches. Now, so in the Elite Four, you have the 4 people, the Kahunas of the first and the second. You have the Trial Captain of the from the third island, and you have some golfer that's from Alola and traveled around the world as a golfer. And she is apparently a flying type. To be completely honest, I expected her to be a steel type because of the golfer, and I guess like the driver. Then that's all made of like iron and steel and stuff. But you have then you get to the champions room, and then you just see an empty seat. You just decide to sit down. You are named Alola's first champion. Right? If only it were that easy. Our boy, Professor Kukui, that's why I mentioned he was a battler at the beginning, is basically the champion of the game. Technically, for the first time, and then you kind of overtake it when you beat him, and then you have, whenever you do the rematches of the Elite Four. And I find this really cool. Well, actually, I would have rather it that, on your Rotom Dex or something, maybe they, FaceTime you or something, or, one of the Elite Four members, FaceTime you or do something, and they say, yo, listen, you gotta match, people just beat us up, so now it's your turn to fight this guy, good luck or something, and then you head up there, and then you fight the guy. I think that would have been better, but, yeah. But anyways, I also found it really cool. 2 things, they kind of intertwine. One I found really cool, the other one I wish happened, and that was Professor Kukui had the starter that you are weak to, meaning that I picked Decidueye. So, he had an Incineroar. And Hal, who I'm gonna get to, Hal decided that he just wanted the weaker one from you, which I don't get why, but we'll talk about that literally in 2, maybe 5 minutes tops. But that was cool, and you now have so you fight them. That would have been cool, and I thought it would have been cooler if Gladion had it instead. But his Silvaldi has the thing that you're weaker to, for his move or whatever. I don't like that much. I wish that Gladion had your starter, and then that happened. But it's whatever. And then, so let's talk about our boy Hal. Oh, before I get into like the real ending. Oh my god. I hate him. He is the definition of what I don't want in a rival. And what I mean by that is that a rival is not supposed to be friendly with you. I'm sorry to say that, but no, it's no. Your rival is supposed to be just like all out, like I need to beat you because of this, this, and this. Gladian was a perfect rival because of that. Now I'm gonna go through the rivals and I'm gonna tell you what they did right and what they did wrong. Blue was the perfect rival. As children, he's always outspotted you and got there first. He became champion first, and you beat him, and then he gets all, whatever. He gets like all like, like how could this happen? Like I think that's wrong and whatever. And you're like, I can't believe I lost. Um, that was the prime example of a good rival because he kept coming at you as if he was better than you, and that's what a rival should do. The thing that he didn't do right was that he kind of got like all towards Johto, and I think he should have kept like that cockiness between like for the new trainers with the Viridian City Gym. But it's nothing in the original games, so I guess I gotta count that out. Then you have Silver, who is kind of the same, and he is based off of his dad Giovanni, basically. Like he's just all like mopey and sad about it. But works out because you get that rival of yours, and it's cool. And he was basically the first edgy one of the rivals, and I thought that was cool. And there was only two of them, but still, Silver was the definition of like we're not friends, and we're basically more towards the enemies than the rival part, and I thought that was really cool. Like he wanted to destroy your guts just because that was good. Then you have May, who is literally a professor in training. She just wants to collect Pokemon for her Pokédex, and she battles you every now and again just to test you. And also, she mentions the fact that you guys are just friends and whatever, so that you guys are friends and whatever, and like there's no moment like between like these two, between Ash and Serena, even though you think there are, but there aren't. So whatever. And I remember in Emerald, she kept calling me on the Pokénav saying, "Oh my god, is that right, Quaza? No way." Anyways, then you have Barry, who is bad. He was like the false Gary in a sense, because he always wanted to be there first before you, and then he just gets to the league, you battle him, and you destroy him. And then he's just like, "Oh, yeah, I'm bad. Well, maybe I should just go to other things, yay." And then he leaves, and then you battle him like every week or something, and he's bad. And then you have Sharon and Bianca. I'm going to add the second one in there. Sharon and Bianca. Sharon was bad because all he wanted was strength. And he knew he couldn't get that because we always kicked his ass. Bianca was bad because she was a damsel in fucking distress. Like, I'm trying to cut back on my cursing throughout like everything, and I have to use it during some of the 5th generation stuff. Like, fucking Hugh, I think his name was Hugh. Awful. Awful. Literally his one goal is to get his sister's thing back. Like, it would have been way better if he was like a looker character and you never fought him. Like, I think if he was like a traveling companion more so than a rival, and maybe we could have had, I don't know, like someone better as a rival, Like, and then you have Serena and Shauna. Serena was a step in the right direction. Cause she's not she is in your friend group, but she always tries to fight you. Like she knows that she has to try to be top dog to you, but it never works out, and she's just like, oh well, it's all right, I guess, but I'm gonna beat you next time. Like she always has that motivation, and I think I'm just getting that. I think I'm just saying all of this stuff, just literally the fact that she, because of the Amore shipping. But Shauna is the prime example of the one of the worst rivals ever. I thought there was going to be no one that I hated more than Sharon or Bianca, but she tops the cake. She is the worst. She's just like, oh my gosh, we all have to be friends always. Like, yay, friends, friends, friends. Fuck you. And that is why I hate Hal. Hal is the worst example of a rival. He tries to be your friend and a rival, and that is not good. Like, you can't do that. You have to just be like, I'm your rival, deal with it, I'm gonna destroy you. That is what a rival is to me. Like, I'm gonna beat you at all of this stuff, and you're not going to tell me otherwise. So then you have Gladian, and I'm happy you have Gladian because he's basically just like, battle me. I'm doing this so that way I can better my type null. Like I need to do this for type null. Like because I care about my Pokemon, but I'm still gonna destroy you because that's my goal, to get stronger. We didn't know why until we got to the Aether Foundation stuff. And because him and Lily and Lusamine are all family. Lusamine's their mom. And this is leading into my final point, which is why I'm ranting about all of this now. Gladian is your rival, and what is it? Gladian is basically your rival, and and he warms up to you towards the end. I think that's a good rival. When they're heart cold to you at first and then they warm up to you. I think that is really good. But it's not, it's like Hal just sucks. Anyways, during the final moments, Lily says that she has to go to Kanto, become a trainer, and and it's really sad because she was like literally your bae. And before she leaves though, you fight Tapu Koko, and that's cool. And also Nebby, who she calls her Solgaleo / Lunala, you also get the fight. I caught both of them in a Master Ball because why the fuck not? I mean, not a Master Ball, a Dusk Ball, because why not? I just like confused with Master Ball because I'm used to Master Ball and all that stuff. But it's just, I don't know. Like, anyways, but it's really sad because she is your bae, and also you never got to get anywhere because you were always with Hal whenever you were with Lily, kind of. So basically, he would ruin all of the chances that you could have gotten with her, except for when it's like the final phases and stuff. Like, he's not there. He's not even dealing with any of that stuff. I think he's back with Gladian. They're just talking, and this is probably the conversation. So, do you think that, like, those two are going to be fine by themselves? Oh, they're fine. They probably don't need you. But why do you think so? Because they're getting it on. I don't know. I don't know. I was just saying stuff. Anyways, I went into my Triple H voice, and that was not needed. But it's whatever. But throughout all of the things I've played of it, it was cool, I guess, to like, I guess, play it and do all of that stuff. There's like, they're stepping into a direction that's really good. For the Pokemon franchise. I originally thought that it was going to be a sequel disaster, a first-gen disaster, and its own thing disaster, mixed into all three to make this big, giant disaster. And then when there was a weekend, I rethought everything and thought, I'm going to play the game and see how it is. And I did. And I love it. I love these games. To be completely honest, it's going to get boring after you do. Basically, you can do all the post game in like a few short hours, try everything. So basically, what's going to happen is you're going to have the people that battle do all of that stuff. You're going to have the people that shiny hunt do all of that stuff. You're going to have the people that like to breed for some reason for battling or for shiny hunting do all of that stuff. And so basically, everyone's just going to get back into their niches. You'll have and everything will be back to normal with the YouTube once Sun and Moon is, not like there anymore. Like everyone will just be like, what's the next game's gonna be? And I'm happy that I said that. It wasn't even planned. But Pokemon next year, and I'm really excited for this because I'm getting the Switch. That Pokemon Stars is going to be on the Switch, which is supposed to be the third installment of Sun and Moon. And someone said that it's going to be a remaster. Oh man, it's going to be a port of Sun and Moon. It's not a port of Sun and Moon. The guy doesn't know, because I don't think he plays Pokemon in general, is that you always have a third or a sequel to the games that are different in their own ways. The last ones were Black 2, White 2, and those changed drastically. They changed everything drastically. So my thinking is that the rumors were heard, and I think I mentioned it during my NX speculation video, that I did with Jack and Nicolcha, who was literally just sitting there saying nothing. I heard that there was going to be a game with the region of Kalos and the region of Alola. So this is what I think that is going to be, and I'm excited for that. Because that leads into one of my favorite things to do, is to speculate what megas are going to be. I love megas. Alolan forms, as great as they were, blah. I'm not... It was good, but they should have done it for more than Gen 1. But I guess it was a way to, like, see, I guess, the new things, and you could get the Gen 1ers that were here for Pokemon Go to do all of that stuff. So I guess you got sales. But Sun and Moon apparently got, like, 2 million copies in, like, 3 days in Japan or something. Or was it 2 million? No, I think it was 2 million copies. So, yay them, to be honest. Like, and that was only in the first 3 days. So I think Sun and Moon are going to like sell like hotcakes, because people are going to get, or they have already 3DSs and they just want to get the games. And I suggest getting them because they are fun. And even though I rush through the games, I don't suggest that you do. The reason I did it was so that way I could get a review out, and I wish I had it earlier, but the people, I don't really believe in the early copy thing unless, you're given it. But, yeah. But that's about it. Oh, wait. I did want to mention something about stars that I totally forgot about. You have the NX, so why not use it to its full capabilities? I think that the thing's gonna run like a tank. It's gonna run like the Xbox One or the PS4, or it's gonna run even greater than that. I don't think we're gonna have a middle point. I think it's gonna run as good as those. Basically, so I think you could put in Kalos, Alola, and Kanto in it. Now I know people are just like, why would you do that when there's so much spacing and all that stuff and blah. And I've always been a person that's thought that a game with all of the regions would be cool. Now, everyone's just like, the pacing of the levels have to be like higher and all that stuff and all that. And I think that you don't have to do any of that whatsoever. I think that you can go in, you fight the Elite Four or whatever, and once you beat the champion, you get to go to a new island, but you have to give up all of your other Pokemon beforehand, and you can gain access to them in that region afterwards. so that way you can basically play out the events as they go on through the regions, and you can go back to them whenever you want. So, I think that would be cooler than a lot of other things, I guess. But, I think that moving to the NX is a smart move for Pokemon, because of, like, those capabilities. And even if you want to do 3 regions, and I'm just saying this, like, just to say it, the pacing, you could do what you did for Gold and Silver. You could have the, well, actually, no, there were 2 low levels, and it was easy. You can't do that. I don't know what you could do, but there has to be some sort of solution where, I guess, Red has all hundreds in Kanto. Just gonna put that out there. I don't know, but out of 5, I give Pokemon Sun and Moon a 4.5 out of 5. I really recommend it, although it does have its personal griefs with me. I don't think that they should upset you in any way for the games, because I still thoroughly enjoyed it. But the point 5 is out because of my personal qualms with it. If it was it could literally be the perfect game if there were like a few things that were out of it. And one thing that I really hope that are back in the games, but just as post game sort of, are Ultra Beasts. And I'm not talking about the old Ultra Beasts. I'm talking about, or like the ones in this generation. I'm talking about the newer, completely new Ultra Beasts. I think that would be cool. And I hope that that could happen in these new games. Like, not stars, but I mean 8th, 9th, 10th, and so on. That we have Ultra Beasts, new Megas, and, hopefully we can get, like, other things. And one of the things I didn't mention that I do want to touch upon is that there is a shorter, newer dex count. And you can have so many ideas with new Pokemon that it's not even funny. Like, you can even repeat some things and just add other stuff to it. Like, it doesn't have to be completely from scratch, but you can always have this, like, idea or concept that's kind of similar to an already existing mon. Like, let's just say you already have Infernape, let's just make it like an actual kind of like weird monkey thing and call it Simisear, and let's have like 3 other mons with it. Like, you can have stuff like that. Like, it doesn't have to be like, but they missed the boat on a Dolphin mon. There was apparently I heard the rumors of a Snowman mon. I'm surprised Kommo-o didn't get an evolution. All of that stuff. But again, 4.5 out of 5. Buy this game. It's great. If you can't, like, you don't have a 3DS, I recommend, like, if you have a friend that has a 3DS, ask to play it for a little bit, and you'll see what I mean. It is awesome. I think you guys will enjoy it. So if you guys have enjoyed this video, leave a like. It helps me out a lot. And leave a subscribe. It helps me a lot as well. After everything will be back on the channel in a couple of weeks from now, meaning like the Pokemon stuff and like the lock that I'm doing, and Sun and Moon, or well, not Sun and Moon, the verses. It's coming out like weekly and stuff, but it's not like gonna be there too much, or it's gonna be there, but it's not. But like, the schedule is not gonna be there enacted for a while. Sort of like in my head, like it goes Monday, Wednesday, Friday Pokemon, but it doesn't go Monday, Wednesday, Friday the same thing for Pokemon. So, yeah, there's that. But sometime later in the week, I will get to a Pokemon Sun and Moon anime review. I think I'm going to wait till episode 3 is out, so that way I can do it during the weekend. And yeah. So again, Like, subscribe if you guys enjoyed, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Peace.